So all of this works without an internet connection. The thing is, if you actually want to remote control it, instead of having like an adapter for your hardware, you will need to connect to an internet. But the simulation in the AI doesn't need it. Now this humanoid is very laggy, but it does work. So without a simulation, it might even work on lower end hardware. The cool thing is you can just change the modes, but right now it's very basic. I will need to like make a separate joystick view for it or something like that. You do want to turn off the controller before you do any type of switching because it likes to kill the simulation. This one is designed to follow the target and then land or take off on demand once it reaches the target. And we killed it there. Let me restart. And this is designed to complete the route while avoiding any close range LiDAR detection. I hate my life. Now this is designed on that route, but even if I change it, it's gonna adapt. Now it's not ideal and don't stress test it too much, but it does take about 30 minutes to train it on a decent PC, so probably about 2 hours on the phone. This is where you start the training and create the AI. And the cool thing is it works on super old phones, even the ones like the old HTCs. I'm gonna show you now in about a second. This is supposed to be like glasses, but it's the augmented reality view. I'll show you that on the other phone because this one is de-googled and it requires some Google services to work. Now that's the old phone. Let me show you the augmented reality view now. But before I do that, let me show you another app which lets you generate these scenes. You see we don't have any scenes now. So let's go to the other app. So you can basically go anywhere on the maps, select the area, select like the robot placement, and then it's gonna generate the scene for you. you need to be careful because if you place the robot somewhere, they might end up inside a building, so that's annoying. Having fat fingers is also annoying. Yeah, you see? Me and my fat fingers. Sometimes there are like connection issues, but once it connects, it takes about 3-4 seconds to make the scene, so it's really useful, I think. This is the scene now. Not too bad, if I may say so myself. Now I need to work on the camera navigation because right now it's very limited. The problem is how to make it user friendly and capable, really, because if you don't have like pre-selected positions and angles, you kind of do need to have almost like a mini navigation, some UI element, yeah, but it's it's not that intuitive then. And you see we're in Times Square, the drone is there. Now it's super small, sorry about that. Hopefully you can see it. Let me show you the augmented reality view now. Now this is currently super broken because it was really like a recent afterthought when I made all of this. But I will design it in a way where only the robots are gonna interact with the environment. But you will need different scenes because there's gonna be issues with this, like ground, for example, and things like that. Yeah. See, this is a moving target and it's following it. The only thing I need to be careful about is the car falling off from the cliff there. Almost showed you my location. Well, we don't want that. This here is gonna allow you to basically play like a video game, and all the simulation inputs and outputs can be reused later. So I'll do it now in simulation to simulation, but the goal is to have it like simulation to hardware. and now it's me just watching, and the thing is doing the thing I did earlier. So the only problem with this is it's kind of like an analog clock. So over time, physics moves it around, yeah, and then the same movements don't start in the same place. It basically loses precision. So you kind of need to like recalibrate it, restart it, reposition it, or something like that, yeah. I wouldn't do anything too precise with this, but simple automations, things like when to turn, move, what if you can kind of make it precise on your end, then this can be reliable. Otherwise, yeah, it's not perfect. It has its problems.